Yo, champs of the making, welcome back to Legendary Adventures. My name is Eli, aka the Big Sauce Gamer Tag.
And I'm Becky, aka Small Fry.
Squad, the baby cup came and went, and I mean, it was a great one. If you made it to rank 10, congrats to you, fam. Like, honestly, rank 10, no matter what it is, I don't want to hear any negativity about it, because at the end of the day, you put in the mad work to go ahead and get to your ranking. But let's face it, life happens, and sometimes we couldn't play all the matches we wanted to, and maybe you're still on your way to rank 10. And with that said, we have the new cup that comes into play, the Kanto Cup.
Woo-woo!
Now, this time around, we want to go ahead and prep you, of course, with, you know, the top 10, who's the metas, what to look for, and of course, any additional juicy details. But with that said, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, smash the notification bell, because here at Legendary Adventures, we like to bring you all the Community Day Perfect IV tips and tricks. We love doing the Pokemon Go Battle Cups Elite items in itself, so help you get to rank level 10. Of course, a few card boxing, because we do love our Pokemon cards as well. Pokemon Go vlogs and Pokemon Go news. But with that said, let's get into it. Alright,
so kicking things off with number 10 is Shadow Dragonair. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Now, you could go with regular Dragonair if you don't have the Shadow Dragonair accessible, because let's face it, with all Shadow type Pokemon, you needed the stars to align. You needed a Team Rocket event to go ahead and team off the Frustration and or have both moves available. Otherwise, you're running with one, which still can help you, but can get a little dicey at times.
Right, and nonetheless, you're gonna want it with Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail, and Dragon Pulse.
Alright, so Dragon Breath is gonna be a great one because it's gonna be a great moveset to give you coverage over everything. Plus, Aqua Tail is spamming. I mean, it 4 hits and it charges up. But
that's true. And on top of that, Dragonair can take Hypno down, and Hypno is like the top of the list.
So expect to be coming across that Hypno in itself, and then it's also Alolan Marowak.
That's dope, because Alolan Marowak is one of the top PvP rankings, so it automatically takes 2 of the top dogs down.
And then, of course, Machop. Machop in itself is in the mix as well, and it's going to be a great one to go ahead and bring that one, countering it through. So if you're running the Dragonair and you come across those, you see that with your opponent, that's who you want to switch over to. Now, big shout out to fellow Legendary Squad member Scotty Puff Jr., who also, like me, you know, we saw the beauty in Jigglypuff when it evolves into Wigglytuff, and Wigglytuff comes in at number 9.
Woo!
Now, this one is a great one because not only does it lead off with Charm, which gives you a good general coverage, it also goes ahead and works in Ice Beam and Play Rough, which are both damaging moves. I mean, the Ice attacks goes ahead and gives you a good coverage against all the flying, the dragons. I mean, you know, it's a good move set in itself. Again, it's gonna have key wins over Hypno, so that's a great one already out of the gate.
Snorlax, which is a really defensive one, and I love running Snorlax, so I have to keep my eyes open for Wigglytuff.
And Dragonair. So I mean, if you want to take out the last one, you're gonna need a Wigglytuff in the mix, or at least highly consider it. But with that said, going into one of my personal faves from the Pokemon genre from the original Red and Blue series is Digong. Now, I wish it could go ahead and get that whole entire sleep attack, you know, so it just revives, but I know it doesn't work that way in here, but it's all gravy.
Right, and you're gonna want it with Ice Shard, Icy Wind, and Water Pulse.
Now, Icy Wind is a great move because it is 100% debuff attack on your opponent's defense, and it doesn't take that much to go ahead and generate again, so it's quite spammy. Definitely one to use in the mix. And of course, who does the key lead off against?
Hypno, Wigglytuff, and Alolan Sandslash.
My fave? No. Okay, but I mean, nonetheless, this gives you great coverage, and as you guys can gals keep hearing, Hypno is, well, we'll get to it, I promise you, we'll get to it, just so you know what to expect and what to shoot for. So coming in at number 7 is Lapras, that belovable, surfing Pokemon. And oddly enough, you know, you're going to need to go ahead and have Surf as one of the charge attack moves, because it's the spammy one. And then, of course, Skull Bash as the second charge move, if you went ahead and unlocked it. And then, of course, Ice Shard as your fast attack to give you that general coverage. And this one comes in great again.
Hypno, Wigglytuff, and Snorlax.
Okay. From what you're starting to see, you know, you're going to need these ice attacks to go ahead and work down the normal type Pokemon that have that higher defense. Alright, squad. So coming in at number 5. I'm so bummed out I don't have one of these because it's one of my personal faves to run, but it's Alolan Muk. Now, Alolan Muk is a great generalist, honestly, and of course you're going to need it with the fast attack of Snarl. For the charge moves, you're going to need Dark Pulse and Sludge Wave, which is odd to me because I don't like running Sludge Wave. I like running the other poison attack because it gives, you know, the whole entire debuff. Needless to say, I won't confuse you anymore.
Where the key wins, you're looking at Hypno, Alolan Marowak, and Wigglytuff again. And Clefable and Shadow Hypno. That's not too bad, actually, of coverage.
Yeah, no, that works. Now, let's go ahead and cover Snorlax or Shadow Snorlax. If you have the Shadow Snorlax, kudos to you, like mad props, you know, because you're going to run it with Lick, Body Slam, Superpower. But if you don't have the Shadow Snorlax, run Snorlax anyways, because it's a tanky boy.
It can take a hit, man.
It takes it.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, it also delivers the damage against, what, Marowak? And
Lapras, Alolan Slam Slash.
I mean, yeah, that's where it does a lot of the damage. So, I mean, that's where you're going to want to definitely consider having it in the mix. Now, we had already spoken about this one earlier on, but it's the Alolan Marowak that you were really excited about.
And you're going to want it with a Fire Spin, Shadow Bone, and the Bone Club.
Now, that Shadow Bone, the attack that was able to be found during Raid Day that we actually had for Alolan Marowak. So I'm glad that with that moveset, it became something that you really should have in the mix. And because that is the faster charge move, doing what it needs to do. Bring down the shields, and of course, you know, doing that damage against Hypno, Wigglytuff, and
Alolan Sandslash, Lapras, and Clefable.
Okay.
Alright, coming in at number 3, fam, is, oh my gosh, one of my favorites is Snorlax. You guys already know this. Fast Attack, Lick, you're looking at Body Slam and Superpower as the charge moves.
That Body Slam is spammy.
Key wins, Alolan Marowak, Hypno, Alolan Sandslash, Gengar, and Digong.
Now, fam, you've all been waiting for. Coming in at number 2, wasn't on anybody's list. Lickitung. Lickitung comes in with Lick, Body Slam, and that Power Whip. So if you were lucky enough to go ahead and get a Lickitung and keep it under 1500 during that event, for it, just similar to, like, you know, what went down with Alolan Marowak, you know, you're gonna have a powerful one to go ahead and utilize. Now,
that's dope.
Of course, not to sound like a broken record, but I mean, you know, this is why it's number 2. It definitely goes ahead and takes out Marowak, the Alolan version. It beats out Hypno.
Alolan Sandslash, Clefable, and Gengar.
Yeah, if anyone's running those, you Lickitung, boom. And then...
Alright, coming in at number 1, fam.
No surprise.
Hypno. Yes, I'm so excited that Hypno gets to be in the Starlight for a second, but you're going to want it with Confusion as a fast attack, Thunder Punch, and Shadow Ball as the charge moves. Well, yeah, that Shadow Ball is going to decimate a whole bunch of its opponents. And the key wins are you're looking at Shadow Machamp, Clefable, Machamp, Shadow Hypno, and Primate. So that's so interesting.
Not my Primate!
It's so interesting that Hypno will take down Shadow Hypno. So that's pretty interesting. I want to kind of see that.
Ooh, okay. Well, needless to say, I mean, this is what we're looking at for it. Now, what makes this great is because even though these are the top 10, the metas, if you will, you can clearly see that there's some movesets that can move you moved around. There's a lot of variance that gets to sneak into this mix, because even though it's the Kanto region of the first 151 Pokemon, if you have Mew in there, you know, throw it in. You know, the ones who slide in are some of, like, the Alolans. So the Alolan versions, like Golem and Graveler, get to go ahead and throw into this mix and throw Offset that as well.
Yeah, that's so true.
So there's a lot of key matches that really work into play here. All right, fam. As always, we want to thank you so much for rocking with us. Truly appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Drop down in the comments below what team you are running. If you're running a meta team or an anti-counter meta team, whatever it is,
let us know.
Woo! And happy battling, trainers. Until the next one.
Peace.